claim this love that you never started. You once destroyed.
Compared to the scads of high-volume entry-level sports sedans, you know, the ones with the highly publicized lease deals, there are but a few high-dollar, high-horsepower variants. The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, the BMW M3 Competition Package, the Cadillac ATS-V, and the Mercedes-AMG C63 S are all designed to make schoolchildren out of restrained adults. They provide near-supercar levels of performance, yet still carry 4 people and their stuff with ease. These cars have an extreme impact on both their driver's heart rate and pocketbook, not to mention the public's perception of those lesser models that spawn these high-end variants. These are the image makers, the cars that form the basis of barroom bragging. We spent an inordinate amount of time with these 4 cars, covering hundreds of miles of city roads, back roads, and bombing around 2 different racetracks. After putting a total of over 3,000 miles on the cars, we have a clear finishing order. So let's get giddy with it. We don't like putting any magnificent Mercedes in last place. Sadly though, the C-Class inherent greatness didn't survive the transformation from excellent luxury sedan to top-flight sports sedan as well as its peers. The C63's engine is the sole V8 here and the most charismatic of the group. On a cold start, the 4.0-liter erupts with a neighbor-startling cough, settling into a labored, loping, baritone idle. You could fall in love with the AMG before even driving it. At 503 horsepower, the V8's peak output is a rounding error less than the best-in-class Alfa Romeos, but its 2 extra pistons and 1091cc additional displacement help it best the Italian V6's maximum twist by 73 very sonorous pound-to-foot of torque. Although the AMG is almost 150 pounds porkier than the next heaviest Cadillac, the brute's underhood muscle put it in the thick of the quarter-mile drag race, and still delivered the best city fuel economy. We are slightly disappointed that for AMG duty Mercedes replaced the torque converter in its 7-speed automatic with a multi-plate clutch pack whose programming allows far too much slippage and not enough smoothness off the line. The torque converter would have been way better. The AMG is impressive in the corners, beating everything but the Cadillac in our handling tests. Unfortunately, the experience doesn't back up the numbers. The C63 feels like an unwilling participant in the sports sedan game. Its steering turns rubbery as the G-forces rise, and its brake pedal becomes less responsive when the carbon ceramic front, and steel rear, brakes heat up. The C63 has, by a considerable margin, the best interior of these 4 cars in terms of switchgear, buttons, and instruments, or pretty much anything that falls to hand or is in line of sight. However, in daily use we found the C63's high-mounted front seats don't offer much lateral support in return for their firm cushions. A minor quibble, perhaps, especially when the trade-off is that V8 under the hood.
My mother told me when I was young, we still inspire, I'm sorry son. You won't be lonely if you fall in love, over and over again and again. I'm living my life according to the law of attraction.